Hello there, and welcome to another video. And this video is called The Masks is Just the Beginning. And that noise you can hear is just my cat. She's female and she's had kittens and just talking to her kittens. Just in case you wonder what that noise was. But yeah, the masks is just the beginning of what's actually planned. And what they're doing is, they make that thing mandatory. Then you accept that. And then you make another thing mandatory. And it's all leading to the vaccine. It's all leading to the vaccine. This is not stuff I've made up. I've watched doctors say it. I watched a doctor the other day she was saying that the new vaccine that they're creating for COVID-19 is like no other vaccine before. And she was saying that this vaccine is basically to connect your biology with artificial intelligence. And so what that means, as she was saying, is that so you could be in your house thinking a thought. You could think, I think I'll go to this certain place. I think I'll call Dave up. I think I'll make something to eat. But it's not your thoughts. It's the AI that's controlling it. And the question is, who's controlling the AI? Well, a psychopathic system that built AI. And this is what they're trying to implement. And that's how they do things. They do things in stages. They get you used to one thing and then you accept that. And it's crazy when you get people on the internet. You see them. I've got a good friend of mine who's been a friend of mine for many years. But he's bought into this narrative. And these people buy into, they repeat the narrative. And the only people telling us to wear the face masks is the politicians. It's not medical people. It's politicians telling you to wear masks. A lot of people, the ones that wear the mask and they think they're doing a good thing, they don't even know how much is protecting them or how little is protecting them. For example, the surgical mask only has a 5% protection rate. It's only to stop droplets of spit going into the body that the surgeon's working on, right? The N95 mask has a 95% protection rate, but the N95 mask is in real emergency situations. And even then, you're breathing in your own toxins. So when you get the sheeple, they say things like, everyone should be wearing masks. That's the game of divide. This is what the system does. They play a game of divide and rule. They always do it. Black against white, Labour versus Conservative, mask wearers versus no mask wearers, and that's how the system controls us. And the sheeple buy into it. The sheeple just comply with it all, and they will like. I've got a very good friend on the internet, and he attacks anyone who doesn't wear a mask, because he's believing in the narrative. But all I ask for people to do is do a bit of research. Don't just listen to BBC News. Go and do a bit of research on masks. Go and do a bit of research onto all these different things that you know deep down that you should be looking up regarding the situation we're in. Go and look up hydrogel and how that interconnects with the modern vaccines and artificial intelligence. And then you'll see where this is all planned to go. You'll see that what they're actually trying to do is, it's called Agenda 2030. And that's to have humanity injected with the COVID vaccine so that you're connected to AI. It's not to make you superhuman. It's to make you submissive humans. Because the system is the 1% is a psychopathic system. Someone shared a video the other day of Bill Gates, and he was laughing about a second wave. He was actually laughing about it. So anyone that's half human can look at Bill Gates and see that he's a complete psychopath. I've watched YouTube women in Africa saying that he's injured women with vaccines to make them not be able to fall pregnant. And he's injured all different people. The guy's a psycho. And it's obvious that Bill Gates is undergoing some sort of demonic possession, because he wasn't like that in the 90s, was he? He didn't act like that in the 90s. He was just a computer guy. Didn't say much, right? So obviously I think Bill Gates is a classic example of someone who's demonically possessed. See, demonic possession is real, and that's really what's going on here. But demonic possession doesn't happen like in the movies where it targets a little family. It's basically a global thing where it targets the billionaires and the corporations. And because a demonic force is just an energy system, because everything's energy and it forms itself into physical matter, beings or whatever. But the demonic forces, what they feed off of is fear and anxiety. So they need to keep the fear up. They don't want you so submissive that you're no longer in fear. And that's the dangerous game of what they're playing, you see. The game that the demonic forces play, and these demonic forces are obviously real. You look at these people, it's not. When you look at Bill Gates, for example, wasn't like this in the 90s. And he's just turned. That's demonic possession. You don't just turn like that for no reason. But like I say, masks is just the beginning. That's what it's, they're just making that mandatory. And also, if you can get the sheeple to side by you and attack people who don't wear masks, and attack people who don't buy into your narrative. Remember, it's these people that are doing this. You're protecting people who are politicians. People like Nicola Sturgeon. Who these people are in. Obviously, something must have happened to them growing up or something, or something's not right with them. They're not right in the head, these people. And when you're attacking people who are not wearing masks, that means that what you're doing is you're supporting these psychopaths. It's them that's telling us to wear the masks. And the masks, like I say, if you wear a mask in an emergency situation, right, you're not doing it for long periods. You're only, right? But these idiots are wearing them in their house and taking pictures and putting it on Facebook. Because like I say, the only people that will believe in people that are not right in the head is people that are not right in the head. Right? These people are a couple of cans short of the six-pack. But the masks, like I say, if you wear even an N95 mask, which is a 95% protection rate, if you wear that all the time, you're going to start getting ill, because my mum has to go to hospital with diabetes, right? That's how she told me all the stories that the hospital were putting COVID on everybody. But she's got to wear a mask when she goes there, and she's starting to get a cold now. And will probably think it's COVID. But because she's wearing this mask, it's created a flu type illness because she's breathing her own toxins. That's the idea. Sky News even said, and this is how the COVID thing is all a scam, even Sky News said recently, Sky News said that if you are tested positive for COVID now, and say you die in 2 years, and you die of cancer, it goes down as a COVID death. So the whole thing is a scam. And like I say, only an idiot would believe in it. But it's only at the beginning stages just now. What they're trying to do and what they are doing is, and what the plan is to get everything divided. So you pressure, the whole idea is the ones that are not conforming so that they feel so pressured to conform. But a lot of people are doing online shopping now. I was on the Tesco website today, and I saw that on the slots where you book a slot, it was all booked up. So people that aren't, so that tells you that people don't want to go out and wear a mask. That tells you that. And this is what the system is frightened of. The problem with the system is that the masses are not buying. Only the idiots are buying into it. Only the real. I mean, I've seen some people that I've known for a long time on the internet, and I've been shocked at their lunacy. People that I never thought would believe in this kind of thing. And it's so well documented that the whole thing's a hoax. The respirator things kill people, and that's what a doctor in New York City a few months ago came out and made a video and admitted they were killing people on purpose. Because these people know what they're doing, and they get paid for it. They get thousands of dollars in America for doing that. This is what I watch. Another good doctor. I watch quite a lot of doctors on YouTube. This doctor comes out, and I watch a lot, and he was the guy that I heard recently that was talking about how much money they get. I'm not going to say how much money they get because I can't remember actually. But they get paid in America. I don't know if that's the same in Britain. They might just be delusional in Britain. Right, they might just be incompetent and ignorant. But yeah, like I say, the masks is just the beginning to where they want to take this. It's all about stages. This is what they do in Hollywood. Now, I'm not going to go off topic here, but Hollywood, they use Hollywood as an example. They give you films, like, for example, in the 90s, 1999, I think it was, there was a film about artificial intelligence. So Hollywood is a big factor in this, and what they do is they try to get that into the subconscious so that when it comes, you don't panic. You actually want it to come. You probably think it's going to be cool, but it's going to be anything but cool. I would rather have a physical punch up with a Terminator than to have this vaccine. That's what I'd rather have. Because this is going to be worse, because at least a punch up, if you live, even if you don't live, that's better than living in this reality. So I don't blame people for killing themselves. People killed themselves because the suicides went up, and I don't blame them. I'm not going to go doing that, but I understand completely why they did it. I think they're quite sensible actually doing that. Who would want to live in this kind of world? So I understand why they killed themselves. Not to say that I'm going to do that or I would tell anyone to do that, but I can understand. It's why you get women and they're still having kids, and you're thinking, you can't love your kids if you're having kids in a world like this. I mean, why would you want to do that? Look at the world. But them kind of women don't love their children. They've just got an ability to breed. But like I say, the mask is only the beginning. And it's all about stage. That's how the system works, because they know about psychology. But the problem is, like I say, I was saying earlier that I was on a Tesco website earlier, and loads of people are buying shopping online. They don't want to wear the mask, so that means that they're not buying it. That's the problem for the system. And time's running out for them because there's an awakening happening. You see, this is why this is all going on. Because they know if they don't implement this on the masses, the awakening is going to unfold and get bigger and bigger and stronger, and the 1%, people want to know what the 1% is, the Illuminati pyramid. The 1% is basically corporations and billionaires, people like Bill Gates. The World Health Organization is funded by Bill Gates. So it's a corrupt organization. But I'm just going to leave it there. Please do check my website out for latest updates and videos, etc. at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you for watching and listening.